Today, in this video, I will be remaking the strongest character in all of One Piece. Since I've been making so many One Piece videos lately, I thought of making this video for a while now. But anyways, our character by the end of this video will be so overpowered that not even Joy Boy, Ryume, or even Emu could defeat in a fight. Now, before we get started with the video, let's go over our character's rules. The first rule of this video is that we can only choose one character per trait. Meaning if we were to choose Luffy for intelligence, then we cannot choose him for any other trait such as armament Haki, conqueror's Haki, or even observation Haki. The second rule of this video is that devil fruit powers will count as their own stat, such as if we were to choose Kizaru for speed, then we'll choose his light speed from his devil fruit powers. And the third and final rule for this video is that we can choose 4 devil fruits for our character. Now, let's get started with the video. And the first trait to go over is race. And I will be choosing the Lunarian race from King. This race is extremely broken, as Lunarians possess the ability to ignite and control their own fire, possess massive amounts of sheer durability, and they also possess the ability to fly. When a Lunarian's flame extinguishes on their back, they'll gain a massive boost in speed, but they will lose durability. And they are also an ancient powerful race that are considered as gods. So now our character's race is a Lunarian. The next trait for our character to have is a body. And I will be choosing Loki from Elbaf for our character's body. Loki is a rare type of giant called an ancient giant. These types of giants are way more stronger, way more durable, and way more taller than the regular giants we've seen in One Piece. They are also known as continent pullers, as they are strong enough to lift or pull entire continents. So now our character's body is Loki's. The next trait for our character to have is potential, and I will be choosing Akainu for this trait. Akainu possesses immense amounts of potential. His growth potential is so fast that Oda stated that if Akainu were the main protagonist in One Piece, the entire story would end in several months. Meaning Akainu could find the One Piece that quickly. So for our character's potential is Akainu. The next trait for our character to get is strength. And I will be choosing Rox D. Zabek for this trait. Now, due to the recent chapters that were shown in the One Piece manga, Rox was able to get immense strength from being Domi reversed, which is why Goldie, Roger, and Garp had to team up to defeat him. So we cannot use this feat. However, Rox is still crazy strong, as he was able to kill a Marine Admiral when he was just a rookie. He was also able to kidnap 5 kings. He was also stronger than Big Mom, Kaido, and even Whitebeard, and even clashed with an ancient giant. So yes, Rox D. Zabek is still extremely strong, even though he was enhanced during the Garp and Goldie Roger fight. Also, there is a theory that Rox D. Zabek is sharing a body with Marshall D. Teach, which explains why Blackbeard is able to eat more than one devil fruit. So basically, Rox D. Zabek is still alive and back for round 2 if he fights against Emu again. But hey, that's my own interpretation. So now our character possesses the strength of Rox D. Zabek. Next trait for our character to get is speed, and I'll be choosing Kizaru for this trait. Kizaru is able to move at light speed due to his devil fruit, the light fruit. This allows him to travel vast distances in a short amount of time. And he can also even teleport by turning into light. So now our character possesses the speed of Kizaru. The next trait for our character to have is durability, and I will be choosing Kaido for this trait. Kaido had been sentenced to death over 40 times, and each one of them have never been successful. He also fell from a sky island that was 100 meters off the ground. He is also able to enhance his durability by using his advanced armament Haki and by turning into a dragon by his devil fruit. and he was captured to the point where he just let himself be captured by the government, as he could get free food from doing it. So for our character's durability is Kaido. The next trait that we need for our character is regeneration, and I will be choosing Marco for this trait. Marco's regeneration works by his devil fruit, the Tori Tori no Mi modeled phoenix, which allows him to rapidly heal up from any physical damage. By generating blue flames onto his body, he is able to rebirth his limbs, giving him the ultimate support in battle. So now our character has the regeneration of Marco. The next trait for our character to get is intelligence, and I will be choosing Dr. Vegapunk for this trait, as Vegapunk was able to create multiple inventions and also make groundbreaking discoveries, as he was able to create artificial devil fruits, can create satellites infused with his own consciousness, can create literal cyborgs, and even discovered the blueprint of life. He was also able to invent the Mother Flame, which is an infinite energy source, created Green Blood, which can replicate devil fruit powers, and also learn how to feed inanimate objects devil fruits. So now our character's intelligence is Dr. Vegapunk. Now that we've gotten intelligence out of the way, our next trait to have is Battle IQ, and I will be choosing Don Quixote do Flamingo. Doflamingo possesses extremely high battle IQ, as he's able to constantly outsmart his opponents and adapt to every situation in the battlefield. He is able to analyze and manipulate the strengths and weaknesses of his opponents. He is also able to anticipate and plan mid-battle, and he's also able to quickly adapt to his enemies. So now our character possesses the battle IQ of Doflamingo. The next trait for our character to have is armament Haki, and I will be choosing Monkey D. Garp for this trait. His armament Haki is so strong that he could generate entire shockwaves, and his attack, Galaxy Impact, and he was also able to damage a Domi Reverse Roxy's back. So now our character has the armaments Haki of Garp. The next trait for our character to have is observation Haki, and I will be choosing Charlotte Katakuri for this trait. Katakuri possesses advanced observation Haki, which grants him the ability to use Future Sight. Future Sight is the ability that allows the user to foresee events 5 seconds into the future. And Katakuri's observation Haki is so strong that he can even hear into the future as well. So now our character possesses the observation Haki of Katakuri. The next trait for our character to get is Conqueror's Haki, and I will be choosing Shanks for this trait. His Conqueror's Haki is so strong that it was able to split the sky in the clash with Whitebeard. He is also able to affect an entire island's climate with just his Conqueror's Haki alone. And everyone on Whitebeard's crew passed out because of Shank's Conqueror's Haki. So now our character possesses the Conqueror's Haki of Shanks. Since we got all 3 forms of Haki out of the way, let's give our character a Haki ability. And I will be choosing Joy Boy's Haki ability for our character. His ability is that he can physically store Conqueror's Haki into objects, and then later release it as a devastating attack. This ability was so powerful that it was able to injure the Gorosei and scare Emu. And it's also strong enough to counter immortality. So now our character possesses the Haki ability of Joy Boy. The next trait for our character to get is a sword. And since Zoro has 3 swords, I will be giving our character 3 individual swords. The first sword that I will be choosing is Yoru from Mihawk. Yoru is the strongest sword in all of One Piece, as it's a black blade, making it very durable and extra sharp. Yoru is also a supreme great blade, giving it more extra strength and durability. It also possesses the ability to create giant shockwaves that can cut entire battleships, buildings, and even mountains. The second sword for our character to have is Mumo Kumagiri. This is also a supreme grade weapon and it's owned by Whitebeard. Mumo Kumagiri is so strong that it's able to clash with Gold D. Roger, and it's also even stronger than Odin's Enma. And Odin's Enma was so strong that it could wound Kaido. And the third and final sword for our character to get is Ace. Ace is an extremely powerful sword owned by Goldie Roger. This weapon is so much stronger than Mumo Kumagiri and Enma. It also never took damage throughout Goldie Roger's entire journey, and never even took damage against Emu or a Domi reverse Roxy Zabek. So now our character's three swords are Yoru, Mumo Kumagiri, and Ace. Now that we've given our character some swords, let's give our character some sword skills. And I'll be choosing Ryume for this trait. Ryume was an extremely skilled swordsman, and even had the title as the Swords God. His skills were so strong that he was able to coat his sword permanently black, and he was also able to slay a gigantic dragon with a single slice. And even when he turned into a zombie years later, his sword skills were still super strong. So now our character's sword skills are Ryume's. The next trait for our character to have is a Devil Fruit, and I will be choosing Luffy's Nika Nika Fruit. This Devil Fruit will allow our character to enter Gear 5. Gear 5 grants the user the ability to manipulate the environment into a rubber-like state. And they also gain imagination manipulation, as they could think of anything into real life. So our character's Devil Fruit is the Nika Nika Fruit. The second Devil Fruit that I'll be giving our character is the Dark Fruit. This Devil Fruit grants the ability to manipulate and control darkness, as well as nullify other Devil Fruit powers. It also possesses the ability to create black holes and vortexes, and even manipulate gravity. So our character's second Devil Fruit is Blackbeard's Dark Fruit. The third Devil Fruit for our character to have is the Ope Ope no Mi of Law. This allows the user to create rooms, and in these rooms, they are able to manipulate space. They are also able to slice people into pieces without exactly harming them, and can even swap places with anything, allowing for teleportation. So now our character has Law's Ope Ope no Mi, and the fourth and final Devil Fruit for our character to have is the Goro Goro no Mi. This Devil Fruit allows the user to manipulate or control lightning, and they can even move at the speed of lightning or even turn into lightning. This Devil Fruit is also extremely powerful, as it can generate massive amounts of electricity. They can even sense the surrounding area by sensing the electrical magnetic field. And the best part is that they can even self-resurrect by jump-starting their own heart. So now our character possesses the Goro Goro no Mi. The next trait for our character to have is a ship. No, not that ship. But instead, I will be choosing Pluton for our character's ship. Pluton is one of the 3 ancient weapons that could destroy entire islands with a single blow. And it's also nicknamed as the world's worst battleship. So now our character possesses the ship Pluton. The next trait for our character to have are some techniques, and I'll be choosing Zoro's techniques for our character. Zoro's techniques include 3 sword style, the Asura technique, the King of Hell technique, and many others. So our character's technique list is Roanoa Zoro's. And the final trait for our character to have is a special ability, and I'll be choosing Emu's ability to use Domi Reverse and Immortality. Emu's Domi Reverse allows the user to turn their enemies into puppets with demon powers. With this, our character can create an entire armies of demons, and their immortality will make our character even more overpowered. Since Gear 5 shortens the lifespan of the user, immortality will get rid of that downfall. Also, combine Emu's immortality with Kaido's durability and the Goro Goro no me of an L, our character becomes completely invincible. So now our character possesses the special ability of email. But there it is, the strongest character in all of One Piece. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also click on this video where I gave every Straw Hat the perfect and ultimate upgrade.